Welcome, welcome to day 6. So it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been a busy morning. For a Saturday, it was a busy morning. I had 3 clients this morning. I have 3 more this afternoon. So these are days that I really, really like because one, it tells me that clients really understand the value of health and they don't restrict it into to the week. Now, if your schedule is busy during the week, then really the only option you have is to implement some weekends. Doesn't mean that you have to implement every weekend, but you have to implement some days on the weekend. And a lot of people just forfeit that time because that's rest time, that's recovery time, and it sets them back. Because if the week is busy and you plan for at least 3 days a week, but you only get one, and you have Saturday and Sunday, but you consider those rest days or recovery days, and then you just try to pick it back up, you're losing time. And what that kind of reminds me of is I was listening to Kobe Bryant, and he was talking about his mentality and how he trains. He trains. He used to get up in the morning. I think he said about 4:30. He'd be at the gym by 5, work out from 5 to 7, come home, get some breakfast, spend some time at home, then go back and work out from 10 to 12, come back, eat some lunch, spend time with his family, hang out with his kids. Then he would go back at 2, work out from 2 to 4, come home, eat dinner, spend time with the family, go back and work out from 7 to about 9, come home, go to bed, put the kids in bed, go to bed, and wake up and repeat it. And his thought process was, it doesn't matter how many days that you train, the amount of time that I train in a day, and as the days add up, you will never catch me. I don't care how talented you are, I don't care how physically gifted you are, the amount of work that he's putting in, there's no amount, unless you're doing the same thing, you won't catch him. And so that same principle goes with fitness, right? The amount of time that you put into it doesn't have to be 3 to 4 times in a day. That's people with really dedicated to perfecting the craft and being 100% physical. But for the common person, if you dedicate yourself 3 to 4 days a week, you will reach your goals, you'll sustain your goals, and you will find that you feel better, look better, and life is just overall, in general, easier as far as physical and mental capacity. But as you start to skip those days because life gets in the way, and you don't replace those days with the weekend, then you're losing ground instead of gaining ground. And so that's what I try to communicate to my clients, and something that I've really focused on for myself this year, not missing out on opportunities to better myself. So it's good to see people use the weekends as opportunities to better themselves instead of just focusing on relaxing and recovering from the week. So I love when my clients do that. So this is a really good day. I enjoy days like this, especially on the weekend, because it just reminds me of how important it is to be available to help people. And that's what I'm here for. So I've got, actually I have 4 more clients. Sorry, I got another one coming in here in about 20 minutes. So I got another one coming in about 20 minutes. Get that done, get some lunch. Don't know what I'm having for lunch yet. I didn't eat breakfast today. My schedule gets kind of thrown off on the weekend. I don't keep the same schedule on the weekend. I sleep in. I give myself 2 hours to sleep in and kind of rest and recovery. That's my rest and recovery, is that 2 extra hours of sleeping in. So it throws my days off. So I didn't eat breakfast today. I ate a granola bar and I drank a Spark just a few minutes ago, just to kind of sustain that time that I would eat. And then I'm going to eat lunch after this 12:30, and then get back to it. So I will keep you posted on lunch and check back in as the day goes on. All right, it's been a long day. Haven't had time to check in. I've been going nonstop. I did eat lunch, but I had to eat it so quick I couldn't even record what it was. It was Popeyes. It was my cheat meal today. It was Popeyes wings. I had Popeyes wings with a side of mac and cheese and a Coke Zero. I've had 2 more sessions since then. I had 2 football players, and I got 1 more football player coming up. So it's been a long day, but a good one. And then I have my track workout after, so we'll get to it, and I'll check back in. Just finished my workout. Finished with one of my football players earlier. He did really, really well as far as testing out. One of the things that I get from him is that he wants to be really, really good. He wants to be good. And so I'm challenging him to do that by not just what he's doing with me and with the football team, but also mentally preparing, becoming a leader. And I can see a really, really bright future for him. And I think he's gonna have a great, great freshman year. As far as me, oh my goodness. I just did 6 20s, probably about 50% capacity, 100% takeoff, 50% capacity. I did 6 40s at 50% capacity. And then I did 1 400-meter run as a baseline, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Ooh-wee, I got some work to do on that. But I'm 46. I'm 46 too, and I don't run a lot. It's definitely something that I want to put into my training, even if it's just in the warmer months, and focus on strength in the colder months. But I was inspired today by a young man that I saw out here while I was training football players. He was moving. He was running a 400. He was moving to the point where I had to stop him mid-workout and just ask, I just said, I don't mean to bother you, but what's your 400-meter quarter mile? And he said 53 seconds. 53 seconds. So I just ran it in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Jeez. He was moving. So, will I ever get there? No, I'm not a runner. I've never been a runner. Sprinting is most of what I did when I was younger. Hated distance, but it gives me something to strive for, right? So I went and got the baseline of that. I would love to see that drop over the course of the warmer months to at least a minute 30. I'll feel good with a minute 30 of 400 meter. So, I'm not trying to be in the Olympics or anything, but I am trying to be better. So I set measurements to better myself, just like I do my clients. We establish a baseline. Excuse me. We establish a baseline, and then we work to improve it. Even if it's by that much, at least we know we're getting better. And so that's what I'm doing for myself. Inspired by my football players, but also inspired by that kid that I just saw absolutely putting his work in, and I loved it. So I'm officially done with training for the day. It's been a busy, busy Saturday, but I love it. I love every second of it. Now it's time for me to shower and go relax and then figure out what's for dinner. So I'll be back to let you know what was for dinner and kind of close out the day, but it's been a good day. I'm going to go home, shower, and probably have to take an Epsom salt bath tonight because I will be sore, but it's good. It's good for me to push myself this way. So I will talk to you guys soon. All right, it's the end of day 6. I came home, I had to rest. I was really sore from my track workout. I've got some discomfort in my lower back, so laid down. For dinner, I had a whole medium supreme pizza from Domino's. Yeah, it's a trash nutrition day. Trash. But that's okay. We'll get back on track. There'll be days like this, especially when I have a busy day with 6 clients. You know, I was training from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So in and out. Really, all I had was a granola bar, 6 wings, and some mac and cheese from Popeyes, and a whole medium pizza, which is nutritionally not great, but probably about the same amount of calories if I ate good, just not good calories. So it's just, you know, one of them days I gave in to the temptation, get back on track tomorrow. Took an Epsom salt bath, I think at 46 years old, trying to get back into running. That will be a requirement for me for a little bit. Epsom salt bath. I'm going to take some Tylenol, and I'm going to put some icy hot on my lower back and wake up tomorrow and evaluate what kind of workout I'm going to do, if I do one. I may have to take a day off and fully recover, but the hope is that I can do something tomorrow with this Epsom salt bath, a little bit of icy hot, and some Tylenol. So we'll see how it goes. But get ready to head to bed, rest up, and we'll do it again tomorrow.